Hello everyone, I'm Meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 2 p.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now we've got an update on the Pitt County murder that again was being investigated earlier today. The Pitt County Sheriff's Office says that around 8:25 p.m. yesterday evening, deputies went to the 5100 block of Martin Luther King Jr. Highway near the intersection of Old Creek Road. There, they say they found 35-year-old Eric Horton Sr. suffering from gunshot wounds. Now, deputies say life-saving efforts were made, but Horton was pronounced dead. WITN spoke with Sheriff Paula Dance, who says that the shooting appears to be an isolated and targeted case. Dance says they believe Horton was hit twice by gunfire that came from a vehicle. 5 shells were found at the scene. An autopsy is being conducted. Now, as far as what we are looking at, the sheriff says Horton made several phone calls before the shots were fired, and this is an active investigation. Anyone with information can call the Pitt Greenville Crime Stoppers line at 252-758-7777, or you can reach out to the sheriff's office at 252-902-2158. We also want to give a congratulations to William Matthias II, who has now been announced as the Carteret County Emergency Services Director. The county says that he will begin serving in the role on January 26. Now, Matthias is currently the fire chief in Emerald Isle and brings more than 18 years of leadership experience to the position, according to Carteret County. Now, in addition to emergency management, Matthias will also oversee emergency medical services, emergency communications, and the Office of the Fire Marshal. We're told Matthias holds a Master of Public Administration and Emergency Services Management and a Bachelor of Science in Fire Administration from Columbia Southern University, as well as an Associate of Science in Fire Science. Matthias will replace Stephen Rea, who was fired from the post back in September. And now for one more story for you in Jones County. Those of you who may be suffering from low water pressure, well, I'd hate to be the one to let you know, but a boil water advisory is in effect for certain areas of Jones County. Now, officials say the water system on Richlands Road, Old Comfort Highway, and Highway 41 West will experience low pressure and outages due to ongoing water line repair. Residents are advised to boil all water used for human consumption for at least 1 minute or use bottled water. Officials say the advisory will remain in effect until further notice. And finally, for a look at your weather forecast, right now we're looking at fairly comfortable conditions across eastern North Carolina. Here's a look at exactly what we've got going on across the kind of New England area. It's been a very rough 24 hours for the Midwest and areas around the Great Lakes as a massive low pressure system has been moving through. That low pressure system right now is creating snow flurries across the Great Lakes areas from Michigan to Wisconsin, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York, all getting in the mix on those snow flurries right now. But the biggest headaches coming right now in Maine, where we've got freezing rain currently impacting portions of Maine. It has just been a messy system here in eastern North Carolina. We are on the receiving end of some of that moisture. Very light rain showers right now moving into eastern North Carolina along a frontal boundary that will drop air temperatures significantly from where we're at right now to where we're going tomorrow. Today we made it into the low 70s, and well, tomorrow we're not even going to get within a whiff's distance of the 70s. We are looking at air temps likely in the low 40s for our highs tomorrow. Now, cloud cover is starting to break apart a bit, at least in terms of what your visible satellite is showing. But when we look down at ground level, we can clearly see sunshine really not going to be a part of your afternoon and evening forecast. It's looking gray as that cold front rolls in, but air temperatures still holding on to 70 degrees in Washington, southwesterly wind blowing in at 16 miles an hour. The cold air is on its way, though. Don't worry if you're a fan of a little bit more of a wintry feel, you've got it coming up tomorrow. Now, over the past 24 hours, all of eastern North Carolina has seen a massive temperature rise, anywhere from around 10 to over 20 degrees warmer right now than where we were yesterday at this time. Coming up tomorrow, we're looking at around 20 to 30 degrees cooler than where we are at right now. So classic eastern North Carolina weather. You prepare for one season one day, and well, guess what? You're going to turn around and it's going to be an entirely different season the following day. And a big reason why, winds out of the southwest today bringing in the heat. Yeah, it is blustery. 15, 25 mile an hour sustained winds are pushing gusts upwards around 30, 35 miles an hour across parts of the east. But notice the wind shift back towards Rocky Mountain, Roanoke Rapids. Right now we're seeing more of a northwesterly wind. That's what's going to cool us down later on tonight. That is that cold front moving its way through eastern North Carolina. Do want to say hello to Lynn Jones. Thank you so much for joining me over on Facebook. Hopefully you're having a wonderful last Monday of 2025. As far as the rain showers go, again, nothing intense or extreme. We've got just light to moderate rain showers passing by. Those of you who receive raindrops, I think most of us will, but it is going to be a small amount. Looking at around maybe a quarter of an inch of rain out of this system. Certainly nothing that's going to put any sort of a dent in our drought scenario right now. And then coming up tomorrow, we're going to start out sunny. We will finish sunny, but throughout the day, I don't think anybody's going to look up and say, man, this is just comfortable outside. It is going to be cold. 42 to 44 degrees for your high tomorrow. You factor in the winds, and it's going to feel like we're in the 30s throughout the entire day, if not then into the 20s. It is going to be a very cold Tuesday, so get ready for it. I know it's hard to kind of wrap your mind around whenever we're talking about, air temperatures in the 70s currently. But yeah, tomorrow is certainly going to surprise some folks who aren't paying attention. Lots of sunshine, though, coming up not only for your Tuesday, but for Wednesday as well. By the time we get into Thursday and Friday, or by the time we get into 2026, there will be a little bit more cloud cover out there, but it will come with a little bit more heat. Going from 44 degrees tomorrow to 50 degrees on Wednesday, mid-50s showing up by Thursday and Friday. Then, of course, we get into next weekend. That's when we get another opportunity for some rain showers. But for right now, again, today is going to be one of those unicorn-style days where we see air temperatures into the 70s without any sort of threat of severe weather. That's all we have time for today's 2 p.m. News and Weather Update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, have a fantastic last Monday of 2025.